Hey y'all, I'm back. Recap Love and Marriage Detroit, episode 6. I'm gonna start here. I'm over the drama. I am over this collaboration drama. I don't care who did what, who didn't do what, who said what, when to whom. I don't care. Let's move past this collaboration drama, okay? I think Kobe and Kristina need to go ahead and make up, need to go ahead and make their amends and keep it going. And at the end of this episode, it looks like Kristina maybe was trying to do that when she came to the table. I'm not really sure. Um, but I'm gonna tell you, Kobe wasn't having it. And partly I can't blame her because we don't talk. We had a blowout. We don't speak at all. And the next time I see you, you want to meet up, but it's after you contacted my husband about something. Like that has nothing to do with even our fallout. So you want life to just continue on like that didn't happen, and that's not how it works. So we like this week I have to hash out. We're gonna have to talk about this. And so I'm not upset about how Kobe played it. But Kristina, you're just messy. And if this episode did not show y'all that Brandon and Kristina are a messy couple, I don't know what will. Because let's keep it clear. Brittni made it very clear that Anthony said nothing about the Harrises. Brittni made it clear that Anthony only said that Brandon said something in regards to not messing with her. Kristina, you just mad because you did not know that. Well, we all know your husband's a liar. He made that very clear, episode 1 and 2. He is a liar. He lied to you. So, I am not fully convinced in no way, shape, or form that Brandon did not say it. I'm actually quite convinced he probably did because he's proven that he says one thing, does another. He likes to hide around the bush. He likes to placate situations. He likes to appease people in situations, so he lies. He made it very clear. So I'm going to ride with Anthony on this. I really believe that what Brandon said was true, and now because you're trying to work with her, he's trying to backpedal so it doesn't make y'all look so bad. But what he said was true. And I'm not mad at Anthony. Anthony was having his team's back. If I'm working with you as a partner, as a business person, and we're supposed to be on a team, I expect you to have my back just like I'm going to have yours. So yes, if someone says that they don't rock with me, yet they want to use my services, I would want that to be known. I'm not saying I wouldn't take the meeting and I still wouldn't hear the person out, because I would want to get down and figure it out, but I would definitely want to know that information because, I get it. Money is money and business is business, but at the same time, I need to know where I'm standing in situations. I can't just be walking in thinking it's one thing and it's not. So, but I will say this, Anthony, talking a little too much, okay? I'm gonna say this. Everything does not need to be said. Now, I agree with you letting Brittni know that he might not be, maybe feeling her. And I would have maybe told Brittni to be cautious. I probably would have warned Brittni and been like, I'm just gonna say this, tread lightly. Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you ask the right questions. Make sure it's a good fit for you. I probably would have said something like that. But I necessarily wouldn't have told Brittni exactly what Brandon said, because it's like, Anthony, sometimes you don't need to say everything. And I get it. Anthony, you are very direct. You are a very real person. You say the truth. You say what you got to say, and that's it. But everything don't need to be said. And you not saying that would not have been lying, okay? It would have been you moving as a business person. Because I believe the conversation you had was more so of a personal conversation that you had with Brittni. And if she's a business partner, then your relationship should remain business and professional. So on a professional end, I don't think starting mess is really cool. But at the same time, I'm not going to say that Anthony started the mess. I'm going to say Brandon and Kristina did. Because then, Kristina, you got so in your feelings about what your husband said that you did not know he said about someone you're trying to work with to better your brand, that clearly, from what I just picked up in this episode, you wasn't doing for years. So I guess I'm seeing now why you're kind of upset at Kobe and maybe a little jealous. Y'all tried to call Kobe a copycat. Maybe you're a little jealous of Kobe because from what I'm understanding, she has more followers than you. She's been doing this consistently. You stopped for whatever reason, not wrong, right, wrong, or indifferent, not mad at it, but you stopped being an influencer. Now you're trying to get back into that scene. Not mad at it either. But it seems like the way you're moving is trying to downplay Kobe and what she's doing as an influencer, and that's not cool either. Like, there's plenty of room for everybody at the table. You do not have to be like that. Just get back in the scene, girl. Do what you gotta do to pop back in the scene. I mean, that's it. So that kind of made sense when you made it clear talking to Brittni that you're getting back into it. I'm like, maybe that's why you're acting that way towards Kobe. Makes a lot of sense. It kind of does a little bit. Now, I'm gonna say this. I really don't have much to say, I guess, about Latoya this episode. I mean, she seems to say what you got to say, be very minimal. That is who she is. I mean, she speaks when she needs to speak, and she don't speak when she don't need to speak. I mean, I agree with her. I don't like the drama. I'm not here for the drama. In public, we need to act accordingly. We all have families. We all are adults. We all have businesses and things to lose. So we have to move accordingly. If we're not moving accordingly, then it's going to make all of us look bad as a group. So I definitely agree with Toya and the whole drama, because it's just too much. Like, every time we're all getting together, it's something happening. And it's like, for what? Why can't we get together and it be nice kumbaya? I am going to say this, but between Kobe and Russell, they're an interesting match. They are. Now, I can clearly say that their communication is not the best. And it seems like Kobe's being very clear and very direct on what she wants, and Russell is choosing to move how he wants to move. And I get it. He's an alpha man. He's a man that wants to be a man's man, even giving me traditional man vibes, things like that. But it's crazy how they're definitely choosing in their situation to it seems like for whatever reason, like, their communication is just not there. Like, she says one thing, is like he's either hearing her and not caring, or he doesn't really care at all. And so it's interesting, because it's like she says one thing and he does the complete opposite. And he doesn't do it at all. Because it's like, it's crazy how just last episode, or 2 episodes ago, she made it clear she wanted to be a part of this whole gym. She made it clear she wanted to be a part and to know things. And now he's talking about doing a deal, and she had no clue, nor has she even seen the gym at this point. And I saw somebody on social media said that I guess he opened his gym now officially, like in real time, but she doesn't seem to be a part of it, or at least she wasn't on the flyer or something along those natures, which, I mean, looking how it's going, I wouldn't be either. I'm asking you to include me and to make me a part, and you're choosing not to. So eventually I'm gonna let you do you, and I'm gonna keep doing me, because they clearly both have their own things they got going on, and we can keep living life. Like, fine then. I don't like, but it's crazy to me how she's being so direct, and he's still like, he's literally doing the exact opposite. It's like, because I believe she is communicating very clear. Let me know what you think, but I think she's communicating very clear on what she wants, what she doesn't want, things like that. Now, I'm not saying that it's not all for, one person to get their way and the other person not, because in a relationship, it's about two people. Have to be able to coexist. Two people's, feelings matter, dreams matter, goals matter. Like, it's about both. So I'm not saying that he should fully do what she wants to do, but he's clearly not listening to what she's wanting either. So there has to be some type of compromise and middleman, because if not, it's gonna end up in resentment. That's exactly where that leads. I'm not gonna say they're gonna end up leaving each other, because they may not, but they'll definitely end up resenting each other. One for sure will. And just another funny tidbit. It's funny how episode, what was that, like 3 or 4 of y'all, that maybe it was even 2, that Brandon was all up in arms about Kristina calling him while he was at Star Factory. But now that you need help, now that your boys, quote unquote, have stopped messing with you with this showcase, and we're going to pivot back to the showcase, but now that you feel like your boys aren't messing with you in the showcase, it's funny how you call your wife and you give her access to the Star Factory again. That is hilariously funny to me, Brandon. The one person you didn't want around there, you now need her. The irony. I promise you, Brandon, I don't like you, but it's okay. Everyone is not meant to like everybody. But back to the showcase. Now, this is my first question. Whose showcase is it? Because I thought it was a collaboration with Anthony, Bravo, the DJ, and Anthony and Brandon. So I'm confused where now Brandon's like, it's my showcase. Brandon, I'll give it to you. You got a couple artists that you help put on. I looked up your repertoire. You got a couple of them that are national too. So I'm not going to give you your kudos for what you seem to be doing. Let's keep it real though. I'm going to be honest. 20 to 25 artists is a lot for a showcase, but y'all do what y'all want to do, okay? It's y'all showcase. But I'm going to need all of y'all to work together, because last episode, it seemed like y'all all had y'all parts. Everyone had a role to play in this. Now, because you feel like excluding you from certain conversations or meetings. Now you feel like they're like exiling you out. Okay, maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but I didn't know it was your showcase, Brandon. And you tried to make it really clear it was you and your wife. It's your showcase. Here y'all go with y'all our showcase, your showcase. No, I thought it was a collective group's showcase. That's what I thought. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I would be interested enough to see if the showcase happens. To be honest, that's what I want to know. Is the showcase even gonna happen? Because y'all get together, go from praying to fighting back to praying. Y'all had Bibles on the table. Because of the editing, y'all could have opened them up and read them. I don't know if y'all did. If y'all did, that would have made for one heck of a meeting, to go from praying to scripture to fighting back to praying. Like, whoa, a lot of emotions happen in that one sit down. But, I will say that sit down also showed a lot of male ego. That's exactly what that sit down showed. And people get in their feelings. It honestly showed what happens when men get in their feelings. That is, if you want to know what happens when men get in their feelings, that's exactly what happens. Because you saw how quick it went from, again, praying at the beginning and mellow and calm, to all of a sudden it went left really quick based off of a couple of things that was said. All of a sudden, everybody in their feelings and want to turn up and talk about each other. And for what? Anthony, you have your repertoire. Brandon, you have your repertoire. Y'all both doing stuff. Y'all both can work in the same industry but don't do the same thing. So, I mean, I don't understand what the argument is. I don't understand why y'all going back and forth. I don't. But I will say this. I like how the men are being showcased in the show. Because in most of the reality shows, and I will even specifically speak on Love and Marriage, it was really the wives that were being showcased, and the husbands were kind of like, yeah, there, I guess. It was really focused on the wives until the seasons pick up and you get into the businesses and things, and then the husbands start getting involved, like Marcel and Martell. But outside of that, like, I do like how the men are being included in this, and how they're even having, their own scenes where it's just them. Even season 1, I'm loving that, because it's Love and Marriage. So it shouldn't just be focused on the women. It should definitely be focused on both parties. And we don't always have to have the women by themselves. We can get the men by themselves and see what happens when men get by themselves. Like, I think it's good. I think we can keep that going. I'm really ready just for the reunion. We'll see how many episodes we got left. But I'm just ready for this to be over. And I guess for a season 2, if we're going to get one. Because we just need to hit the reset button and start all over again. We can keep, my 2 favorite couples, but y'all know my least favorite. They gots to go. Unless they gonna really do something different, they gots to go. Because I'm over them stirring up the drama. I really am. And for no reason at all. None. All right, y'all. See y'all next week. Next Saturday or Sunday, we'll be back recapping again. Loving the drama. Love and Marriage Detroit. Talk to y'all soon.